Righty, we are going live here. A little technical snafu. I'm supposed to be doing a tag team tapping with my dear friend Andy Bryce, and I can't reach him, so I think that he might be having some internet issues. So hold on one second as I try to do some little technical things here. Just go ahead and be tapping. Go ahead and start tapping. 2 different points. Even though Brad is doing technical things when he's supposed to be starting a presentation. Um, there's that. Oh, look at this already. A whole bunch of folks from all around the planet. Ah, 20-year-old, 20 years old. Technical issues make my mouth work wrong. That's awesome. That's awesome. Many of us wish we had known about tapping when we were 20 years old. Uh, awesome. Finland. Hey, Barb in PEI. Kenton, Canada, Nigeria. Excellent. All right. Chicago, UK, Australia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. As I said, I am hoping that Andy's going to be able to join us. But you know what? You're here and I'm here, so we're going to do some tapping one way or the other. Uh, we had planned to do tapping on some couples thing because that's what Andy is specializing right now. He does awesome work tapping with couples. But we will we'll tap on all kinds of love and relationship things here. Texas and Greece and Poland and Georgia and Switzerland. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Montreal. Um, okay. Down the way. So one thing I just want to do real quickly because I was going to post this before anyway. I met Andy back in 2003, I believe, when we were both assisting Gary Craig at a workshop in Connecticut. And we were connected by our dear friend Carol Look. And let me pull this up here. Our dear friend Carol Look has a new book coming out today. And I'm going to put that link in the description box. So check that. It just got a launch party, a thank you party with gifts and tapping and stuff going on a little bit shortly after this, actually. So check that out. She had a great book that came out not long ago called The S Code. I launched last November, I think. And now she has this new book, Yes, Thank You, Tap into the Power of Gratitude, the Superpower of Gratitude. And we will likely do some gratitude tapping in our call today here as well. Um, awesome. So, I'll call it good. Extreme severe panic attacks. Um, yeah, collective peace of mind for panic attacks, all kinds of craziness going on in the world. And let's do this. As I usually like to start a presentation, close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold it. and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. And just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. And maybe rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being magnificent, fantastic. So in this case, the 10 is the positive end of the scale. How good are you allowing yourself to feel right now? And do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Notice where in your body it might be. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how much discomfort you might feel. Notice any thoughts, beliefs, or memories that might be coming up as to why that discomfort might be there, or as to why you couldn't or shouldn't be at a 10 in terms of how good you are allowing yourself to feel. Just allowing yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. And take a deep breath. Open your eyes. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, we're gonna start with a positive round. So just tap where I tap, repeat back what I say. I choose to feel awesome today. And I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to feel awesome today. And I choose to love and honor myself. I choose to feel awesome today. I choose to feel awesome right now. And there might be things getting in the way of that. There might be some uncomfortable thoughts, some uncomfortable feelings. And I'm still choosing to feel awesome today. And I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe everyone else too. Because then I could spread the awesomeness. And that would clear up a lot of stuff going on. I choose to feel awesome today. I choose to feel awesome right now. And I choose to release whatever might get in the way of that. All the discomfort that might be there, all the fear that might get there. Letting that stuff go. And part of me might be saying, I can't let that stuff go. Are you not even paying attention? There's all kinds of crap going on in the world. There might be stuff going on in my own life and in my own body. It would be irresponsible to feel awesome right now. And I'm processing this thought because with all the stuff that might be upsetting me, that's evidence of an awesomeness deficiency. The world needs more awesomeness. And I cannot raise the level of awesomeness on this planet if I don't allow myself to feel it inside of myself. I choose to be the change I wish to see in the world. So if I choose to see a more awesome world, it starts with me choosing to feel more awesome. And with those things that limit how good I feel, what can I do about them? If there's something I can do, I choose to feel so awesome that I get to it. The more awesome I allow myself to feel, the more good I can do. And if it's something that I can't do anything about, then I'd rather put my time and energy into those places where I can make a difference. And I'm allowing myself to know that allowing myself to feel awesome makes a difference. I'm raising the vibration of this planet. It starts with me. So I'm giving myself permission to feel more awesome. Clearing the stuff that stops that. All these reasons why I can't feel awesome. If it's stuff going on in the world, stuff that people are saying to me, these things don't get to decide how I feel. I've been taught to feel bad in certain circumstances. I am reclaiming my power now. It's okay for me to feel good right now. Even with things that are going on. If it wasn't possible to feel good, when there's something going wrong someplace, human beings would never experience good feelings. But we do. Even when things are far from perfect, I still have the capacity to feel good. I'm clearing what limits that, giving myself permission to feel awesome in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, check how you're doing, and I've got some good news. Our dear friend Andy has joined us, so let me bring him in. Okay.
Ah,
Welcome to the show. You're live on YouTube.
wow, I
A
didn't.
bunch of people already joining us. We just did some tapping on feeling awesome, and apparently it cleared up whatever was blocking you from getting on the call.
Wow, I am stunned. I thought it was 8 o'clock and it's 20 after 7. So I was an hour out in my,
That darn time change.
ah,
How are you, my friend?
well, I'm a little flustered at the moment.
Too bad you didn't
Apologies.
do the tapping with us just a moment ago, and you'd feel awesome.
Well, one thing about relationships, it's good to keep your word and be on time. It's a good thing we're friends and you might forgive me over time.
I will work on it. I will work on it, It's all in divine timing. It was meant for me to do that tapping round first and before we got into this and set the stage. So all good, all good. And we have wonderful people from all around the world, South America, the US, Europe, UK, and Asia, all over.
Well, I am embarrassed for I'm not usually making mistakes like this. I've got people and clients in 7 time zones. This is not
You'll
my,
be tapping. It's all good, Andy. It's all good. And folks are here and excited to experience from our combined expertises.
well, that's great. I think, yeah, it's one of I would say I have received many things from EFT, from tapping, and I've actually tapped every day for 25 years with my clients or for myself. But having a friend like you is one of the best rewards of this career that I've had. So thank you. Thank you for having me here. And let's get into it.
Indeed, indeed. As someone was saying it's uh, divine timing. And yes, Barb wanted to mention that even though you're in the UK, you are Canadian. So she's from PEI. So.
All right. Yes. I was born in Vancouver General Hospital.
So today you were suggesting that we tap on couples and relationships. So before we launch into the first tapping round, why don't you give a Reader's Digest condensed version of of the approach that you want to take with folks here?
Well, yeah, I have a kind of two general areas. One is being the best I can be, helping my clients resolve issues so that they are delivering their best to their relationship. And then there are skill sets like listening. I believe that tapping is um, the most efficient way I've found for bringing down emotional reactivity. I started working with multiple generations and families, and I've taken that into the couples. So when you're so many years, I just worked with one person at a time, and you get that perspective, and maybe they're talking about what's going on. But when you have a couple in a committed long-term relationship, you really see two perspectives. And what it seems is that there are a number of reasons why we get into a relationship with this person and not that person. So I help people look at, what unresolved issues I have with my mother and father, which uh, sadly get drawn into relationships if they're not resolved. Um, any trauma, things that generate expectations. There's a lot of people, I mean, something I just said the other day to someone is like, how can we expect to meet someone, get together, commit to our lives together, and think that it's going to be smooth sailing when most of us are not raised in families where discussions and resolution and listening were skill sets? So we're kind of like in a minefield, tapping our way through with our toes and just expecting that this will work. And so we go into relationships with certain expectations, some of which we're aware of, some which we express, and others that may be unconscious. So um, I've worked with couples where the gentleman was easily angered and feeling controlled and reactive. So when we looked at it, his relationship with his mother was really, really poor. She dominated and controlled. And here he was in a marriage of over 15 years, and he was triggered not by what was happening today, but by all the things that happened in the past. So we identified some issues, specific events, and we tapped. And the brilliant thing about his partner is that she was able to see through what was happening to stay and really not blame him. And so even though it was quite intense, they are so close now because he's released that, is appreciative of her forgiveness of his actions, and it's produced a safe, trusting, and intimate relationship. So what we bring into, what we accept, what we expect. Also, we make expectations when we're in a relationship. Another couple, if the subject was money, explosion. If it was brought up, anger, upset. So, um, in this case, the wife was expecting an explosion if she mentioned money. So
Mm.
he was walking on eggshells around things, and these things are all things that will create distance and lack of intimacy. So, so there's things we're bringing in to our relationships, whether we're aware of them or not, that can be in the way. And then there's a general ignorance in society, in our society, of how to listen and how to have a safe disagreement that resolution.
Yeah.
So we don't listen to understand, we listen to be right.
Yeah.
And as long as we're, maybe that old saying, some people would rather be right than happy. And tapping is such an immediate um, effect. Like if I'm getting upset and I recognize that, what normally would happen is I'm going to express myself with my emotions, and the message is going to be the emotion, not what I'm upset about. But if I take the time to calm myself and bring that down, then I can say, when you did that, this is how I felt, which is then approachable. We can now do a conversation.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a tapping round on helping us be in that space, if you would lead us through that.
Sure. Let me take these artificial lenses off. Probably hard to find it, get. So, um, so let's look at this commitment to a long-term relationship. Some people are married, some people are have children and are not married, so it's a long-term committed relationship that we'll look at. Um, uh, Cross genders is irrelevant. It's a commitment.
Yeah.
And it's like the most important commitment. And so you could have a disagreement with someone down the street, and it might be like, oh, that's annoying. But then it's your partner. It's like, why don't you? It's like we are either playing poker for matchsticks or the rent. I mean, it's a big deal. So, so even though I'm supposed to be a relationship expert, and did you go away there?
No, I'm just going to be silent so that the camera stays on you
Okay, all right.
instead of switching back and forth.
Okay, thank you. That's good to know. So even though I'm supposed to be a relationship expert and I've put my whole life in your hands, I don't know how to deal with these emotions. I don't know how to tell you what I really feel because I don't feel safe. And I really want to feel safe. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself for trying to be the best partner I can be. This is this biggest thing I've ever done. It's the biggest commitment. And some of us will have children. So now it's not just about me. It's not just about you. It's about the family. It's about our legacy. Some some of us are being watched by these growing minds, and the skill and the wisdom that we demonstrate will affect their lives. And so will the lack of those things. My relationship is everything to me. I fear rejection. I fear abandonment. I feel like I need to be perfect. I really need to feel safe. But sometimes I feel like safety is a form of control. Just don't, just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it. But safety is being able to share everything I feel and being forgiven. I need to feel accepted. That's different than love because you can love peanut butter. Maybe you can accept peanut butter too, but but the most glorious feeling in my life has been feeling accepted as I am for who I am and being heard. And as an aside, in my work, when people feel heard, you can really tell, you can really sense how they feel. And I believe that when someone feels accepted and for who they are and how they are, when they're not perfect, that's the biggest gift. And um, it's the biggest chunk of love you can give is acceptance. So if there was like different qualities of love, acceptance would probably, for me, be the biggest one. So how's that for a round of tapping?
So everyone take a deep breath, close your eyes and go inside. And just with your eyes closed, just give some thought to your relationships and what comes up. So obviously Andy's covered a lot of things right there. And also when we're tapping, it's often like peeling the layers of the onion. So that might have brought up some things. And I did just put in the chat Andy's website. So you guys can find out more about that. It's in the description box below too. Um, yeah, awesome. Awesome.
I think so. I have a an exercise. We call it a perspectives conversation, and it's it's fairly simple, but it's an exercise that um, I've used. And one situation was a father and a daughter and the daughter was angry for 20 years about something from when she was 13 or something like that. And but had never actually been able to tell him. So this perspectives conversation, she was tapping while we were doing this, but what it was is that as it was uh, her thing that she wanted to talk to, she was bringing it to the table. His job was to listen to her and then stop her he, when he had just enough that he could give it back exactly as she gave it. No interpretations. And when he gave it back to her, he would say, "Did I get that right?" And she would say yes or no, depending on it. And the
Mhm.
next question was, "Did I miss anything?" Because sometimes you will.
Yeah.
And if so, he would repeat it. And then the next question was, "Is there more?" until she would say, no, that's it. And then he would say, he got, and this took a while,
Yeah.
but he said, now that I understand how you felt, and I think you felt like this and, disappointed, then angry, sad. Is that how you felt? And she said, yes. And was there anything else? And I can't remember if there was, but then I asked her, do you feel like he heard you? And this is what made the difference. When people work with us and they feel heard, that's important. But when the person who hurt you feels you and your pain and gets it, and because they've returned everything clearly, that's it's been magnificent to see how powerful that is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like it's kind of triggering an idea for a tapping round if I can do it. Everyone go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let it go. And just following your breath through your body, noticing how you feel physically and how you feel emotionally. Thinking about, well, just feeling what goes on inside and say, I feel heard. And let that rattle around inside. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that feels. Notice where you feel it. Notice, you know, maybe there might be people currently in your life that comes up, and maybe it's people from the past. And just notice where you feel that in your body. Take a deep breath, open your eyes, and then if you can either do it silently or mute yourself just so that the camera doesn't go. Um, Even though I don't always feel heard, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I don't always feel heard, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I don't always feel heard, it might be a current thing, and maybe sometime in the past, where I tried to express myself, and maybe I was ignored, maybe I was dismissed. And even though I don't always feel heard, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved in this, because I choose to feel that free. All right, going through the points. I don't feel heard. Sometimes I just don't feel heard. Maybe I never feel heard. And there have definitely been times in my life where I didn't feel heard. And when I don't feel heard, I don't feel accepted. And that sucks. All this pain from not being heard. And all the meaning that I give that. When someone doesn't hear me, part of me says, They're saying that I don't matter. They're saying I'm not important. They're saying I'm not good enough to be heard. And I'm processing all of that because it's a misunderstanding. That may be what they think, and they would be wrong. And it may be that they're not hearing me because they don't have the capacity at that time. Sometimes we don't hear well because we have wax in our ears. Sometimes we have emotional wax. If someone's not hearing me, it's just that they have too much other junk stuck in their ears. And maybe their own fear that I'm not hearing them. And they're so intent on me hearing them, they don't have the bandwidth to hear me. And I get really mad at them. And I have a right to be angry. But I can't feel angry enough to get that crap out of their ears. So I'm taking care of myself right now. Clearing this belief that I need them to hear me. There's nothing wrong with me wanting them to hear me. I'm just clearing the belief that I need them to hear me in order for me to feel acceptable. They don't get to decide how good I feel. I choose to feel good. I choose to feel peace, even if they can't hear me right now. Because their lack of hearing me doesn't mean that I'm not good enough. Doesn't mean that I'm unacceptable. So I choose to love myself even if they can't hear me. I'm loving myself all the way back through my past and in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Let it go. With your eyes closed, give some thought to that. Check and see what's going on inside your body. And take a deep breath. Open your eyes. Mr. Bryce, any thoughts? Actually, we have time for one more tapping round if you'd like to.
Yeah, I was just, we're, there are three main causes of upset in relationships. Unmet expectations. I expected you to do this and you didn't. Now I'm angry. Blocked intentions. I intended to do that. And because you did or didn't, I can't do it. And the third one is undelivered communications. These are big things that we look for in my work with couples is what are these unspoken, unmet, and blocked things? But also undelivered communication. Why is that? Is it not safe? Not safe. Every time I try to tell you, you yell. So let's do some tapping about safety. Safety to be me.
Yeah, excellent.
Even though sometimes it doesn't feel safe to be myself in this relationship. How can you love me if you don't know who I am? I would rather you loved me than my mask. And I'm ready to learn how to be true to myself and tell my truth so that you can hear me, see me, and love and honor me so I can be that for you. Sometimes it's scary to tell the truth. And sometimes the reactions are really unpleasant. But that just makes it more important and more essential to be calm and peaceful when I tell my truth. I don't want to assault you with my truth. I don't want to make you wrong with my truth. I want to be heard. I want to be safe to be me. And I want you to feel safe. So we don't have to be perfect to be loved. And it's different for every one of us, for every couple. We have to find our way. But the context of compassion and kindness will pave that road, make it easier to travel. Because it's a long road, it's a lifetime if we do it right. But we aren't born and raised with the skills we need. And sometimes love isn't enough, but just compassion, respect, kindness, warmth, honesty. They're all paving the path to intimacy. And when we are spiritually, emotionally, and mentally intimate, then we can be truly physically intimate. And that is joyous and a blessing of our long-term committed relationships.
Hmm. Yeah, everyone take a deep breath, close your eyes, and let that sink in. Hmm. Yeah. And hopefully you're all feeling, as Andy mentioned, those things, compassion and respect. And as we're tapping, we're clearing our own blocks of that, those places where it doesn't feel safe to feel that, because we all have that inside of us. But fear, whatever fear we might be feeling, covers that up. So as we tap, just clearing those fears to where we can have that kind of intimacy and that kind of openness.
And that's what I work with my couples because we're individually helping them to take responsibility and become aware of maybe some unconscious or conscious things that they bring into the relationship, the fear, the doubt, the defensiveness. These things, if we own them, we can release them. And we most of us have the nuclear family presents one way of parenting, one mommy, one daddy, and so often, even if it isn't pleasant, we will assimilate that as and then replicate it. So we need to own those things. And then we need the skills of being able to listen, to understand, not to correct or be right, or, oh, that didn't happen. Oh, and
But I need to be right. I need to correct them when they're wrong.
yeah, and
Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, it's time for us to make the choice of being happy rather than right. Because I would say with that, because if we're not happy, we're probably not right.
well,
There's
yeah,
something not right there.
we have 6 ways of being right. Yeah, there's I declare you're wrong. I declare I'm right. I dominate. I speak faster. I get louder. I'm, physically up like this.
Yeah,
I dominate. Or I have 4 is I avoid domination. I withdraw. I shut down. I leave the room, slamming doors. That's a good sign of avoiding domination. 5 is I Google every reason why you're, and 6 is I Google every reason I'm right.
uh, yeah.
So if you didn't notice that you have one or, in my case, 6 of those, then use that to help yourself get through the need to be right.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, that's the thing is when what in our relationships is giving ourselves that chance to and we're human. That need to be right is, whether it's inbred in us or it's just taught to us, because it is taught to us from an early age. But if we come in with that emotion of I need to be right, uh, we might win the battle, but we're losing the war.
Well, it doesn't promote intimacy.
No.
And I try to eliminate in my work with couples is I eliminate right and wrong because that's competition.
Yeah.
There's no room for competition in a long-term loving relationship.
Yeah.
But so I work with, does it work or does it not work? If it doesn't work, don't do it. If it,
Yeah. And we are all experts at continuing to do things that obviously don't work. And yet, and we've learned them from people and we could see that it wasn't working for them. And yet,
yeah,
so,
well,
so,
are tough. So it's quite a fulfilling experience because I worked with individuals for so long. And then that introduction through working with families, and then I took everything I used there into couples. And it's so wonderful to see people who are sitting apart, and then over time they're getting closer and closer. And that's the physical metaphor, but they're getting closer and closer here. And it's safer and safer to be together without defense. I don't have to defend myself because one reason people don't listen is because they think if I understand you, I'll have to agree with you. And if I change my stance on this, I'm giving up my selfness. So I can't agree with you and be me.
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
Yeah.
And that's a big one to get through.
And we have that capacity, and hashtag tapping helps.
I think uh, I think this is what makes this work different because it's not really just talking things.
Yeah.
And as we know that there's something about tapping that hits the intersection of our thinking, our emotions, and our physical experience of our emotions, our feelings and sensations. And it goes right to that. So you can enter it from any one of those three. If it's a physical thing, it can lead you to the other two.
Yeah.
If it's thinking, it can lead you to the other two.
And it creates that safe space as we calm down the stress and the fear, and we look at it, and we're able to hear better. We're able to be open, and we may disagree, but we're not. But if we can let down our guard, trusting that we're safe and just feeling safe in our body, in that moment, as well as cleaning up all kinds of baggage from the past that we bring into every interaction. It's like, oh, you want to have a talk with me? First, let me bring in my mom and my dad and my sisters and my teachers and my clergy and all these other people who have influenced the way that I hear everything. Okay, go.
And not all of us are in the first relationship. So not only do we have
Yes.
everything right,
And all my exes.
I'm
Exactly.
not in Texas. So yeah, we will bring that's never going to happen again, or I'm never giving that
Yeah.
much. And
Yeah.
and, and someone's getting shortchanged, if not both parties. So
Yeah.
there's we're bringing things from childhood, but we're bringing from previous relationships
Yeah.
and stuff that we're creating on the spot because
On the
we're so
spot.
creative.
Yeah. And it's right here, right now in our bodies. And as we tap, we calm that down and allow ourselves to be present. And, you know, our present, not to, you know, forgive the pun, but our present, being present is the best gift we can give both ourselves and those people who are in relationship with.
Yeah.
So awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for being my friend for so many years, but thank you for the expertise you bring. We are at the top of the hour. I always I don't know if I mentioned this to you ahead of time. I always end sessions with a guided imagery. If you have someplace you need to go, that's all right. But if you want to join me, and same with everyone else, this will be here available on YouTube. So if you have someplace you have to go and you want to enjoy the guided imagery later, it'll be here for you.
Okay, I'll mute my microphone and just thank you for having me here and I wish the best to all of your viewers, our viewers.
Our viewers. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to put your link in the chat box once again so people can find out more about you. All right, everyone, go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we start, yes, thank you. Thank you, Manny, for mentioning that. I'm gonna put in the chat box on yeah, I just they mentioned on the 13th on Friday when I'm gonna be doing a webinar with Ken Honda, who wrote Happy Money. Um, so check that out at tapwithbrad.com/happy money. Um, all right, sorry. Just wanted to explain that to folks if they saw that. Now get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment. Just washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love, allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. Healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet, and finally that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards: 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. Allowing yourself to remember that it is here for you as much as anyone else. Allowing yourself to be in a beautiful place where you feel safe. Some place where you allow yourself to breathe easily and feel good in your body. Looking around at these beautiful things, these wonderful examples of creation, and remembering that you are likewise part of this creation. Remembering your awesomeness. Remembering that you really are good enough, that you really are worthy and deserving of love. And other people don't get to decide that. They get to decide if they share their love with you, but they don't get to decide whether you are worthy and deserving of love. We're not going to be right for everybody. But allowing yourself to know that even if some people, for whatever reason, aren't able to love you, appreciate you, accept you, hear you, that's their stuff. And you are still a magnificent child of the universe worthy and deserving of love and respect, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. Allowing yourself to really let that sink in, such that you can feel more present with other people. Allowing yourself to imagine people in your life coming into this space, maybe one particular person. Allowing yourself to look at them with this confidence that you are worthy and deserving of love and respect, that they don't get to decide otherwise. They can only decide how much they're able to give. But that doesn't determine your value. So allowing yourself to breathe easily, feel more peace, feel more love, and then you naturally share that love and peace with them. And if what they're sharing with you doesn't feel like peace and love, allowing yourself to recognize, this person is experiencing a love deficiency. What they need is more love. And allowing yourself to send them that love. Recognizing that sometimes we need to do so from a distance. Practicing self-care, practicing self-love. Before you can really allow love and acceptance from someone else, you need to allow it from yourself. And if there's any reason why you couldn't or shouldn't love yourself and accept yourself, it's a misunderstanding from the past, and allowing yourself to let that melt away, releasing it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Allowing yourself to be free from those old misunderstandings so that you can really feel present to yourself. Know that you're worthy and deserving of love, which allows you to be more present to others. And it makes life more joyful for everybody. Really allowing yourself to feel more love right now as we go even deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before, feeling much more loving towards yourself, feeling much more accepting of yourself. And that allows you to be more loving and accepting of others. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Welcome back. And again, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Andy, for co-creating this with me. And yeah, I'll be tapping with a lot of you live on Friday. and looking forward to the next time.